If I told you 10 years ago that a male teacher would be walking around his class with fake titties as big as watermelons and no one would kick him out of the school, you would think I was crazy. But it's actually a real life story today. You gotta see this. Check this out. So this is in Ontario, Canada. This is at Oakville Trafalgar High School. Look at this video, man. This is unbelievable. I don't think there's any sound. I tried to turn on sound earlier and nothing happened. Look at that. This teacher is walking around the classroom, walking around the school with these huge fake titties. What is the world coming to? I'm just so Okay, let me show you some pictures because you probably can't see it too closely on there. But I want to show you some pictures of this sick individual. Look at that. Look at that. Let me blow that up for you. This teacher is walking around like this. Nipples out, everything. The shirt is practically see-through. And this individual is walking around like this. I don't know this person's name. I don't care to know this person's name. All I know is this has to be the most ridiculous thing that I have seen in a school in my lifetime. This, let's see. Andy No talks about this. Let's see if he mentioned the teacher's name. Doesn't mention. Oh, the teacher is Kayla Lemieux. So that is his girl name, I guess. Kayla Lemieux. Why does it always have to be something like really flamboyant, like a stripper name or something like that? But this teacher is walking around children like this with these huge. Look at this. Look at this. What? These huge fake titties. What is the point of this? And this is, when people talk about transgenders and, oh, this is just how they express themselves. This is how they express their sexuality. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, if you want to do this in the bedroom with your partner, cool. I don't care. Do what you want. Do whatever makes you happy. But you're in a school. And some people will say, well, this is happening in Canada. This wouldn't happen in the U.S. Don't be so sure. We didn't think that we would actually be changing our language to accommodate these people. Now, did we? Nobody would have thought 10 years ago that people would be walking around with 175 different pronouns. Nobody thought that would ever happen. So if you think that people aren't going to start doing this in the United States, if you think that the teachers at your school aren't going to start doing this here, you're out of your mind. Because it can definitely happen. Why not? What's to stop them from doing this? There's nothing stopping them from doing this. These people have become a protected class. You can't say anything negative about them. You can't call them out for stuff like this, or they'll say you're being transphobic, which is not being transphobic. This is ridiculous. Think about it. 10 years ago, if I said a teacher will be walking around students with fake titties that look like this, and nobody would kick them out of the school or nobody would laugh at them, you would thought I was crazy. But this is real. This is real life here in 2022. We have to deal with stuff like this. I mean, for me, I'm like, you got to homeschool your kid. Unless you're going to a Catholic private school that is really, really strict, because there's some Catholic private schools out here that'll bend the knee to the LGBTQRSTUV. If it's a real strict Catholic high school that follows the Bible and doesn't go for this, put your kids in that school. But if you can't find anything like that, the best option today is to homeschool your kid, because there is no way I'm going to have my kid in the school with a teacher walking around like this, with a wig on, with fake titties that are just ginormous. What is that? A size double Z or something like that? Do they have, I mean, I know there's some real women walking around like this, but it's very rare. So I guess this man identifies as not only a woman, he identifies as a woman with long blonde hair and fake ginormous titties. What are we doing, people? Why are we here, people? Why are we here? Why are we doing this to our society? Why are we destroying society like this? You don't know what a man is. You look at these transgenders, and I'm going on. Look at that. He's in the school like that. Can't put a bra on those things. You can't find a bra big enough to fit those so you can cover up your nipples. Like, why does he have to have his nipples out like that? Like, what's the point of that? Like, are you trying to entice these people? Or are you trying to get some attention from the boys at the school? And from what I was reading, he's only been identifying as a woman for like a year. So this is something completely new. And I guess something that kind of bothers me about this whole transgender thing. Why do we have some people that are transitioning at such a late age? Such like Caitlyn Jenner. He didn't transition until he was in his 60s. So it's like, why do they wait so long? This is supposed to be something that they're born with. Like, they're born that way. That's the big push. They're born that way. So why are they transition so late? It seems like there's more to it than, oh, I'm born that way. It seems like there's social engineering. It seems like there's some kind of mental breakdown that may happen later in life. But I think all this stuff is mental illness to me. And nobody's going to be able to convince me any different, because it was considered a mental illness at one point. And it was only said that it was not a mental illness when social pressure from the LGBTQ community made scientists and psychologists change it to not being a mental illness, because they didn't want you to classify homosexuality as a mental illness. So now you can't classify transgenderism as a mental illness either, even though transgenderism was called gender dysphoria. And we all know that gender dysphoria is a mental illness. If you think that you're something that you're not, if you think that you're something that you weren't born as, or you've been living this life and you feel like you're a woman stuck inside a man's body, or a boy stuck inside a girl's body, you don't think that's an issue there? You don't think that that's something that needs to be examined? You don't think that there's something that you need to seek help for? You just want us to coddle you and make you feel like what you believe is right? Nope, never. I'm never, ever doing that. And I'll tell you a story. I got somebody that hold on. Let me turn this off, because I don't want to look at this anymore. But I'll tell you guys a story. So I actually work with somebody who's transgender. It's a male who believes he's a female. And this person like really, really believes he's a female. Like the voice change, the clothes, everything, the mannerisms, everything. And the thing about the transgender community, it's not like, you can kind of continue to act the way you want to act with them, knowing that they're a male, because, men are going to treat males differently than females, and females are going to treat males differently than males. So it's like they actually want you to treat them like a female. It's not enough for you to respect that, okay, this is a human being. I'm going to treat them with courtesy and respect, just like I treat everybody with courtesy and respect. They want you to treat them like their delusion. If they're a female, or if they're a male that believes they're a female, they want you to treat them like a female. And if you don't, then they're going to get offended, which kind of goes away from the whole thought process of, well, they're not trying to get you to do something or go against your belief just by them existing. And in actuality, they are, because they don't want you to treat them like you feel like you should treat them based on what you know they are. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that, just because I have some experience with this stuff, and just to know that this transgender stuff, this LGBTQ push is infecting all of our society. And it's unfortunate, because the only result of them doing that is it's going to reach our children some kind of way. They're going to make sure that they reach our children, because they want our children to accept this. They want our children to believe that this is normal, because us adults who grew up in the 80s and 90s and some in the 2000s, we know this is not right. When we grew up, we didn't have to deal with stuff like this. There was no LGBTQ teachers in school. If the teachers were gay, we didn't know about it, and they didn't act on it. We didn't even think, oh, that teacher may be gay. It was just like, they were a teacher. We didn't care about who they were married to. They didn't push that on us either. But today it's like they want everybody to know who they are, what their sexuality is, And it's not right. Children shouldn't have to worry about that. Children shouldn't have to worry about having a transgender sitting next to them in the classroom, because children shouldn't be transgender. This is something that if you want to make the decision as a grown adult past 18, cool. Nobody cares. But you shouldn't have 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds who are male thinking that they're female. And then the parents are saying, oh, well, if you think you're a girl, then we're going to go buy you girl clothes and we're going to put you on hormones so you can transition into a girl because you make the decision about how you want your life to go at 8 years old, when nobody should be doing that. So I think this is evil, in my opinion. I believe that this is satanic. All this stuff is satanic, what they're trying to do to our society. They know it goes against what God wants for this earth and how God created this earth to be. It is completely against that. But this is satanic energy that's infesting our society, infesting the world, and they're not going to stop until they make as many people as possible LGBTQ, RSTUV, whatever other letters they want to add, because they're going to start adding some letters that we don't even want to talk about right now, but it starts with the P. Y'all know what that is, because it's coming. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Visit the description section so you get links to my social media and also my merch, like this shirt right here. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.